I am no one's top priority. I'm just not. It's a fact. I'm not asking for pity, but it is truly just a fact. I am no one's, call me when you get home, or I joke around and say, I'm looking for someone to text when my plane lands. I'm not that for anybody.
They say that they like you because you have a pretty face and a nice body, and that's really all they care about. They don't actually care about you as a person or truly want to get to know what you're about.
If you see a girl around the bar or out in public and you have interest in her, go up to her. Say hi. Introduce yourself. Not in a creepy way, just in a normal way to get to know somebody. Because I can tell you right now, every single time I've gone out with a girlfriend to go hang out, not a single guy has ever approached me. Well, I take that back. I had like one 70-year-old guy who was like crazy old and drunk and smelled like weed and all that stuff. But normal people, guys, where are y'all? Like, where y'all at? Like, it's not that hard to say hi and start a conversation. I promise you. There's girls like me who do not want a roster. We just want to get to know somebody, hang out, and if a connection happens, great. And if not, oh well. It will happen when it happens. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Like, am I unapproachable? Like, what am I doing? I don't get it.
Okay, but seriously, I just need to know where I can find a loyal man, because I feel like all these men nowadays either have Snapchat or a mistress. And I just need a loyal one. So where are the loyal men at?
There's no worse feeling when you're talking to someone and you're excited about talking with them and you've been messaging them and then they go rogue, they go ghost, they go off the grid, you don't hear a thing and you're like, what the hell happened? And then you start telling yourself lies in your head and you're like, well, probably they're just really tired, or they have a lot going on in their life, or something happened in their family, or their pet ran away. Like, you just start telling yourself things to make you feel better because you're like, how could they just stop responding to me? And then you know it's over because you go on their social media and the minute they post something, whether it's a photo, whether it's a story, you've lost them. They're gone forever. And your heart drops and you're like, oh, they're choosing to ignore me. Great.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women get confused when they can't manipulate you in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
Dating in 2026 fucking sucks. How come almost every single guy invites themselves over to my house? They're like, let's smoke. Or the other way around. They're like, you want to come over and smoke? No, I don't want to come over and smoke with you. I want to go on a date. Like a normal fucking person. When did all these guys forget what a date is? I'm scared I'm gonna be single forever.
Notice she's getting confused by the dating market. She doesn't understand because men are being direct with her. The men that she's interacting with, they're being direct with her. So if she has a type, she has a type for men that are direct with her, and she doesn't like this because she's at the point where I'm done with those guys. I need the sucker dudes. But the sexual attraction, like what she finds appealing, is still there. They can't change this. That's why I always say they're fighting tooth and nail for it. It doesn't work that way. Men forgot what a date is or what a date meant. No, men didn't forget anything like that. Men have opened themselves up and realized that this simp strategy isn't real. What is real is some men need to take women out on dates to get next to them. Some men don't need to take women on dates to get next to them. That's all that's happening here. But you cannot manipulate men into thinking that doing all of these things, going on all these dates, is going to buy loyalty or some type of connection. Let's get the next one.
Ask her out. As a female, we want y'all to ask us out. There's so many guys that have been interested in me or my friends that have made it very obvious that they're interested, but never ask us out. And so nothing ever happens. The amount of things that I have seen people where they're talking stages and they have them and it's great, but the guy never asks them out because they're scared because they don't want to. Like, just ask her out. Ask her out.
This is funny because she's leaving out key parts. And I always say this, the way they communicate, they leave out small details. They made it obvious that they were interested in you, but did you make it obvious that you were interested in them back? Dudes are going to leave mixed signals alone. So when women think by being difficult or not showing that much interest or wanting the guy to chase that it's going to go in their favor, it's not. Younger dudes are onto this too. Even though, you know, you're going to be a guy that wants to do all of this stuff when you're younger, more younger dudes are catching on to this because they're seeing it more. When you're older, you go to work, you go to the gym, you come home or whatever. But when you're younger, you're in the mix. You're still around with your friends all the time. You're going out. You go out to parties. You go to school. You see the games that women play left and right. And now guys are like, nah, I'm not feeling that. And you know, she says, nothing ever happens. What she really means is, I don't ever get anything out of this. I don't get anything out of dudes being interested in me like that. Which means that you think that just because a guy's interested in you, that you're supposed to be getting a bunch of stuff. No. Let's get the next one.
It's one of the problems with dating in our society right now is that when you're on a walk, doesn't matter where, you can be like in the cutest area, the cutest, hottest people hang out there, and you're just like walking, and then you see a hot guy approaching, and he's wearing a hat and sunglasses, and you know he sees you, and you see him, and then the closer you get, you're like getting ready to be like, you know, not that will get you really anywhere, because who's stopping to be like, stop, your smile was so amazing, I have to flirt with you. Could happen, you never know. So anyways, you're getting close, the moment's building, and then you finally get close, and you look up to see the guy, and he looks at his phone. It's like, that was your moment, dude. That was your moment to stare me in the eye and just be like, I think you're cute. But no, you have to look at your phone because you're like, pussy ass bitch. Along with the no phone parties that I'm obsessed with, I think we should do no phone walks. Even though I'm on my phone right now talking to my camera, no one's stopping me. But you know what? I see no one. I bet you if I walk past someone right now while I'm talking, I'm gonna say, hi, how are you? What's wrong with the hi, how are you? There's really nothing wrong with it. I mean, I did just see a really hot guy, and that was what triggered this whole thought, because we saw each other. We were both looking cool, and then the moment approached and I looked and he looked down. Fuck. That might be the key source in one of the areas that are wrong with dating right now. I just wanna say it. I'm putting it out there. Let me know what you think. Would you stop and say hi to someone on a walk? Let me know.
No, women just get confused when you're not interested because they're not used to this. They don't understand how things go. So this guy that you saw, she said he had shades on. So how do you even know that he's looking at you? But let's go with her story, right? He's looking at you. Did you ever stop to think that he has a girlfriend and he finds you attractive, but he's just taking a look, and that's all it is? He's loyal to his girl, but he can admit that a woman is attractive and he keeps it pushing. No, she don't worry about that. She never stops to think about that. Have you ever thought to yourself that maybe you saw you and said, damn, she got a nice face, but she ain't got no ass? So he just keeps it moving. No, she never thought about that.
Can somebody tell me why the only person I want is the only person that doesn't care whether I live or die?
Not text them. I swear to God, please do not text them. I don't care how many times it takes you to rewatch this, but do not text them.
Guys, I almost sent a long paragraph today, and then I realized it's not worth it because they don't care. And then on top of that, then you're just gonna look crazy.
That they don't care part that she mentioned is so telling. The men that you're talking about, or this guy that you want to text, you know that he's not going to care if you send a paragraph. You know that he's not going to care. But that they don't care is speaking like all men. No, the men that you're attracted to are typically guys that don't care about you like that. And whose fault is that? That's your fault. It's funny to me that when a guy that they're dealing with isn't a pushover or he can't be manipulated, all of a sudden there's a problem there. There's a problem there. And there's distance in between them, right? And she's like, I'm going to send this paragraph. Well, why are you sending this paragraph? Because to you, you're saying, well, I'm getting my feelings out. Yeah, that could be how you look at it. But when you're a realist and you look at it, you're trying to make him see your side of things to come back around. Your feelings are going to be used to manipulate him. Let's say he's like, okay, I hear you and I understand how you feel, but I think it's better if we just don't speak. You're still going to have a problem with that. That's not closure for you, but that should be closure for you because he's letting you know he's being emotionally intelligent. When she said, I was about to send a paragraph, but I'm not, it's because she already knows the type of guy that she's interacting with can't be manipulated. Let's get the next one.
I'm kind of the queen of getting friend zoned. Every single guy that I go on a date with, okay, every single guy is an exaggeration. A lot of guys that I go on dates with, they all want to be friends with me. And it's like, I get it. I would want to be friends with me too. I think that they see me and they're like, wow, high value woman, so hilarious, so beautiful. I don't have what it takes to date you. That's how I think that they think of me. They're like, I don't have what it takes to date you, but I love your personality and I want to keep you around. It's like they want their cake and they want to eat it too. And so here I am being friend zoned left, right, and center. And it's just like, does anyone want to be my friend, but also like make out with me at the same time. It's kind of weird to me when guys want to friend zone me, because I'm like, either you can't get it together enough to the point that you want to date me, or you're gay. That's kind of how I look at it. I'm like, you're either down for men and that's why you want to keep me around, like kiki all the time, have fun, call me with your problems, tell me everything about you, or like you just know that you can't take on what I have to offer, which is like, look at me, I don't care, like it is what it is, I know the vibes. So yeah, if you're being friend zoned by guys, like it just means you're high value and they don't want to disappoint you when they inevitably will when they date you, and you'll be like, no, this ain't working for me, sir. So yeah,
the men that you want don't want you for anything intimate where it comes to there's commitment there, because what she said just gave herself away. High value woman. This is manipulation tactics by women. When they're talking about I'm a high value woman, you know, what does that really mean? Because a woman that's worth it, a woman that knows how to get a man and keep a man, she doesn't have to use that language. She doesn't. And this part trips me out, because the things that are required of you to make you that type of woman that a guy would keep around, you're not willing to do anyway. See, when they're saying high value, it's nothing about what the man's gonna get or what she's gonna build with the man. It's like, no, I'm this way, so you need to do this. That's not how things work. All of their language is manipulation. Let's go with the word partnership, for instance, right? Partnership. What does any of that have to do with you building something together? You being this high value woman? Absolutely nothing. So when men get a whiff of this attitude or this behavior or this language, they're like, no, let me just cut my losses. She's just talking because she's making herself feel better. She can't manipulate these guys, and it's them who are intimidated and blah, 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 same song and dance. Hey, let's see what happens when you try to do all the right things. Let's see.
I told myself I wasn't gonna cry. Like this year, man, it's been so tough. Me and dating, just overall. Dating this girl for a bit, right? It was going well, but, you know, I did everything. I honestly, I did everything. I was, you know, so I'm trying to get ready to go to the gym. Because, like, the gym just kind of just generally makes me happy. And right now, I'm just, but I look a complete mess as well. My hair's all over the shop. Oh, my goodness. I was dating this girl for, I don't know, 6 weeks, 7 weeks or something, around a great time. And, you know, I went up and beyond. You know, I did up and beyond, you know, like surprised her, went with flowers. She came over to my house. You know, I surprised her with flowers there, got her a car, got her like some snacks, etc. So she felt like home, whatever, right? And then, yeah, just get sent a text saying, yeah, no. I'm just like, I've really given up, really, now, when it comes to dating. Like, I put all my heart in, I put everything into people, and I don't get anything back, man. And obviously it's a learning experience and all that stuff, but at the same time, I'm just like, it is tough, man. And like, I genuinely believe for me right now, I'm just gonna take a break. Like, I knew it was coming as well. It was just a tough week. You know, I wasn't really hearing from her as much, and this, and just a nail in the coffin as well, man.
You heard how he said, I'm on my way to the gym. If she wasn't even a factor in this equation, right? If she wasn't even on his mind like that, he would be going to do something that he loves. With a good spirit. With good energy to step in there. But now, he didn't know any better. Guys, you ever watch the show Power? And there's a scene where 50 Cent, right, his character Kanan, his son Sean comes in and he's like, man, Ghost told me everything, how you was using me to get next to him. And he's like, he flipped you. That smile when he goes, he flipped you, is the same smile that I have whenever dudes think that doing all of this stuff is going to get them closer to something or something genuine. No. That's the same smile. He flipped you. They flipped you. They really got you believing this stuff out here. Until times like this happen. And then you have to rewire everything. And you're like, damn. Not only was I being manipulated by what my mother probably told me, what my friends probably told me, because, you know, the reason why people like my channel, I've heard this from a bunch of dudes. You know, I can't talk to any of my friends. When I get on coaching calls, guys say that a lot too. I can't get advice from, you know, even my dad. He's not even like a stand-up dude. You know what I'm saying? My mom walks all over him. Or I can't talk to my friends because nobody understands. See, what I try to get guys to understand is it only matters if she's sexually attracted to you and if she will follow your lead. Yes, she deserves good treatment when she follows your lead. I can tell by what this guy was saying in the video. He said he knew it was coming, but he already knew that she wasn't feeling him like that. He knew deep down inside, but what we do as men, we go against our better judgment because we're so infatuated with the chick. This is why I say, you know, more younger men are starting to realize like, oh, nah, I'm good off of that. But they're going to be young men who are going to fall right into that trap. And older men as well. You know, men don't learn. But when a woman can't manipulate you, you're in the best position possible. You're in the best position possible. Don't listen to what this person says, because honestly, the woman for you is going to follow your lead. She's going to work with you. You're not going to need to be all of this stuff because you are enough, because she's feeling you that much. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The number one thing that men like to say when you become a single mother is, you should have chosen better. Why didn't you choose better? Why'd you have kids with him? Like, why'd you choose him? You should have chosen better. The minute you start dating as a single mom and you decide, this time I'm going to choose better, I'm going to learn from my lesson, I'm going to date intentionally, I'm not going to accept less, I'm not going to be with anybody who does not give me the best possible treatment, who is not kind, loving, takes good care of me, is not going to be abusive, is not going to be psychotic. The fact that you think these bare minimum traits that every woman deserves puts men in the top 1% tells me everything I need to know. Single moms are much better off staying alone, being alone, never even looking at another man again, unless it's going to be 100% the man who they are meant to be with. Like, I'm talking, do not settle. Do not be with somebody who has any less of the qualities that you are looking for. Honestly, truly do believe that single mothers, out of any woman in the dating scene, should have the highest standard. Because there are children involved. Like, it's not about finding the top 1% for us. It's about finding the best fit of a man who is going to be the best option for us and our children. If a mother dating and having high standards and not settling for her and her family is something that offends you, you need to look inward. That's a you problem. Keep your standards high, ladies.